what would you say is like the most important thing a student learns while they're here for a year?
Yeah, excellent question. I think from my perspective, the most important thing that you learn at folk high school in general is to kind of become the person that you're supposed to be. It's a year of where you can really evolve from, I guess, a sort of insecure upper secondary school student. You're 17, 18 years old, and really kind of grab life by the balls, as it were, and talk to people that you normally wouldn't, and really develop yourself as a human being. And I really do believe that the students here feel that way as well. At least from my understanding and from talking to them, that's kind of, what they feel like.
It seems so. We've been here for a few days now, and it seems like it's very good. The students are having a very good time with each other. They're having fun. They talk. It's like really good. Like what would be the word togethership or something like that. It seems like the students are learning the right things, even though it's a very open environment to learn from. But it seems like they're taking the opportunity.
Yeah, I think so too. And from where I stand, right, I teach esports here. That's like, I think 14 hours a week we have esports specific teaching. And you have these other subjects as well, such as cosplay and game development. We have this animal and nature and the backpacking place as well. But I think even though the things that you learn in these subjects can be important and fun, what is taught like interpersonally when they're talking to each other is far more important.
And valuable.
And valuable as well. And really kind of what sticks, I think, after a year at folk high school.
What would be the biggest reason for a student to decide to go here for a year?
Honestly, I can think of 3 things probably that are really important and valuable in my estimation. The first is, as we kind of touched on earlier, the individual's development into, I guess, a fuller self, into a human being that's supposed to function among other human beings. Additionally, I think the challenge of moving away from one's home, from one's parents, and kind of standing on your own 2 feet and living life on your own in a kind of controlled environment, because you live at school. That's very valuable. And third, which is perhaps the most valuable of all, is the friendships and the relationships that you form here, because you live together for almost an entire year. You live at school, you eat together, you sleep at least very close to each other, and with the same people for an entire year. And these friendships, from my experience, lasts a lifetime, which is beautiful to see. And I really think that that's a valuable experience you get from folk high schools.
That seems, I totally agree on that. And it seems like very in tune with what we have been experiencing here for the past few days. So, good answer. I like it. But this year, Namdals is joining Magicon. So you are having a stand at our convention in June this year. And you will be there. Do you want to talk more about what will Namdal bring to Magicon?
Well, Namdals will bring, I'm sure, a lot of information and a lot of fun to Magicon. I haven't talked specifically to the people who are running the stand, but I'll be there to have a little talk about my experiences with being, I guess you could say, an outsider of sorts. I've been playing video games since, before my students were born. I started playing video games in the late 90s. And growing up playing video games in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was it was kind of difficult actually, because it was truly I can say this, a subculture of a subculture. You were really looked down upon if you played video games. And then all of a sudden something switched in the mainstream. I kind of put that on World of Warcraft actually, but I'll get more into that later.
Yeah, we can go into specifics later.
Yeah. But you know, I'll be talking about how it feels to be left outside of the community, doing something that very few people kind of do, and how it feels when you finally find that place that you can call home, I guess, where you find your people, the people you're supposed to be with, and kind of the acceptance, which is both of oneself and from others, which is really, is something else. And I think a lot of people, whether you're a gamer or you do cosplay or whatever it may be, I think a lot of these kind of subcultures do tend to feel that way, because it's a very niche thing in a sense.
It is,
Yeah.
and very in tune with what we do at Magicon too.
Yeah.
So that was a great teaser, wasn't it? Can't wait to have you there. It's going to be great.
I'm looking
And,
forward to it, for
me
sure.
too. And it's been great being here. Thank you very much, Namdals, for having us here as well.